Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Fadlan Muhammad Tafin from Group 5 Grayscale Rancakek. Today we will present our final project, fabric image detection based on texture analysis using the LCM and KNN methods.
Hello, my name is Akbar Brisam, and then student ID is 15 2024 148. I will present our dataset for our project. The dataset have 4 class. The first is whole, lines, normal, and stain. And then next to the pre-processing, we use 3 steps. The first is grayscale, convert the RGB image to the grayscale. Second is resize, resize the image to this pixel size. And then the last is Gaussian blur, so we smoothing the image and then reduce the noise for the image. And we try it for the demo. This is the real image, and then this grayscale, resize, and Gaussian blur.
Hi everyone, my name is Cepin Marsal Jafer Hilmi Darmawan with student ID 2024-056. Now I will explain about feature extraction process using GLCM method in a fabric damage detection system. The GLCM method is used to analyze texture characteristic by calculating the relationship between neighboring pixel intensity values in image. In this project, GLCM is used to extract texture features before the classification process using KNN algorithms. At the beginning of the program, libraries such as NumPy, OpenCV, Pandas, and preprocessing function are imported to support image processing and feature extraction. Next, the program defines the main GLCM function called fastGLCM, which performs image quantization, image shifting, and construct the GLCM matrix from grayscale pixel relationship. After the GLCM matrix is generated, the program calculates several texture features, namely mean, contrast, homogeneity, SM, and energy. These features are used to represent the texture characteristic of fabric image. And in main program, the system reads fabric's image from the dataset folder, perform pre-processing such as resizing and grayscale conversion, then extract the GLCM features from each image in class such as whole, lines, normal, and stain. And finally, all feature extract are stored into CSV file named hasil evaluasi KNN classification report, which is later used as the input dataset for the KNN classification process. Next, I will explain the feature extraction process using the local binary pattern or LBP method in this system. The LBP method is used to analyze local texture pattern by comparing neighboring pixel values with the center pixel. The compare results are converted into binary values and then transform into texture features. At the beginning of the program, library such as OpenCV, NumPy, and local binary pattern from Skykit image are imported to support image processing and feature extraction. Next, the program defines the dataset folder, output folder, and several LBP parameters such as radius, endpoints, and method. In this project, the uniform LBP method is used to simplify texture pattern representation. The program then reads the fabric image from each class, use OSWalk, and then convert into grayscale and resize before the extraction process begin. Next, after pre-processing, the program calculates the local binary pattern using local binary pattern function. The resulting texture pattern values are then normalized so they can be saved as image files. Finally, all processed LBP images are saved into the output folder and later used for feature extraction using KNN algorithms. Next, I will explain the classification process using KNN method. In this system, the KNN algorithm is used to classify fabric condition based on texture feature extracted using GLCM and LBP methods. KNN works by finding the nearest neighbor from new data based on the distance between features, then selecting the class with the highest number of neighbors as the prediction results. In this project, the GLCM method uses mean, contrast, homogeneity, SM, and energy features, while the LBP method uses histogram texture features. The similarity between data is calculated using Euclidean distance. In the program, dataset is read from CSV file, then divided into training data and testing data with ratio 80-20. Before training, the data is normalized using standard scalar to improve the KNN distance calculation process. The training process uses the key neighbor classifier function with a k value of 5 for the GLCM method. The model is then evaluated using accuracy score, confusion matrix, precision, recall, and F1 score. Based on the confusion matrix, most data were classified correctly, especially in the stain and line classes. However, some whole data were still misclassified because their texture characteristics were similar to other classes. And GLCM method achieved an accuracy of 73.89% with a weighted average F1 score of 0.74. The training process also produced two PKL files to train KNN model and normalization scalar for real-time webcam detection.
Back again with me, Farhan Muhammad Tapin, and now I'm gonna explain how this system works. This system runs using a while true loop to continuously read camera footage using the cap.read function from the OpenCV library, and for its real-time workflow, its capture image frame is feature extract and then normalize. These values are then fed into the KNN model using the KNN model.predict command. From here, the program can determine the fabric classification in millisecond. And now, what if the fabric predicted to be damaged? And the program will execute the else conditional block. This is where the three things happen simultaneously. First, the system draws a red bounding box using the cp2.rectangle function to indicate detection. And second, the winsound.beep command will trigger an audible alarm to alert operator enter. The system will runs the cp2 I'm right command to automatically take a screenshot and that's immediately saved to the detection subfolder. And however, the fabric is normal condition, the system will simply display a green text normal in the image stream. And in conclusion, the application of digital image processing has proven to be able to transform manually fabric inspection into a faster, more automated, and well-documented process. On behalf of my group, Group 5, we would like to express our gratitude to Ms. Irma Dewi to her guidance and knowledge, as well as our colleagues who have listened to from beginning and realized this system can still be developed further. And finally, we apologize for any shortcomings. Thank you for your attention, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.